Good morning, everyone. Masturbation in the early morning. These four quiet mistakes are silently undermining the health of older men. When it happened, he was 72 years old. As usual, he was alone in his quiet bedroom early in the morning. It was a habit he had repeated for decades, something he never imagined could cause any harm. Just a small act to release some tension and start the day calmly. But that day was different. His heart suddenly began to race, his vision blurred, and before long he collapsed. By the time emergency responders arrived, it was already too late. What led to his death wasn't masturbation itself, it was how and when he did it. Today I'd like to talk about a subject that many older men repeat out of habit, yet few are aware of its risks. Masturbation itself isn't harmful. The problem lies in four common but dangerous morning habits that men over 60 often make unconsciously. Over time, these habits can damage blood circulation, strain the nervous system, and place heavy stress on the heart. In this video, I'll explain each of these four quiet threats in detail, why morning is the most vulnerable time for men, and how to practice masturbation in a safer and healthier way. And at the end, I'll also share the ideal time of day when masturbation may even contribute positively to your health. If you feel this information might be relevant to you, please hit the subscribe button now. This channel exists to provide practical, science-based health guidance for men over 60 to help you stay physically active and mentally clear in the later stages of life. If today's message resonates with you, comment with "no" to let me know. If you feel I missed something, just write "yes." I read every comment with care. Let's get started. The first mistake, masturbating in a dehydrated, fasted state. Many middle-aged and older men have never heard this before, but this seemingly small mistake can come at a high cost. I've seen it repeatedly in patients who come to my clinic every week. In the very early morning when the body is still waking up, they stimulate themselves without drinking any water or stretching on an empty stomach. No hydration, no warm-up, just a quick release as part of a habitual routine. It may feel harmless, but for an aging heart, constricted blood vessels, and a more sensitive nervous system, it can be a major shock. After 60, the body doesn't recover as quickly as it used to. Blood pressure becomes more reactive, and blood circulation slows down during sleep. When we wake up, the body is nearly dehydrated and blood sugar is low. Stimulating the body sexually in this unprepared state puts intense pressure on the cardiovascular system. Heart rate spikes, blood vessels constrict, and blood rushes to the pelvis. But the brain and heart still need the most blood at that time. Some men may feel dizzy, disoriented, or have palpitations. In more serious cases, they may faint or even suffer cardiac events. One of my patients experienced exactly that. He climaxed early in the morning and suddenly collapsed. At first, he thought it was a panic attack, but detailed tests showed it was a transient ischemic attack, a mini stroke, all because he didn't consider his body's state at that time of day. This isn't to scare you, it's to remind you that your body deserves preparation and respect. A single glass of water, light stretching, or a small bite to eat can make all the difference. The body that has carried you through decades doesn't need stimulation, it needs kindness. The second mistake, watching pornography as your morning starter. This one may shock you more than the first. Countless men begin their day by grabbing their phone in bed, not to check the news or family photos, but to find stimulating videos. I just need to feel alive in the morning, many of them tell me. But what they don't realize is that this daily ritual is rewiring their brain in very unhealthy ways. They are not just stimulating their body, they are retraining their brain's entire response system. Over time, this habit can blunt real emotional connection and reduce natural sensitivity, leading to dissatisfaction, anxiety, and even depression. Moreover, these men often stimulate themselves in poor positions, sitting, hunched over, or lying awkwardly. These postures restrict pelvic blood flow and can reduce erection quality, increase discomfort, and slow down recovery time. Over the long term, it also tenses the pelvic floor muscles, compresses nerves, and leads to chronic pelvic pain or lower back issues. impacting daily life beyond sexual health. Your body now needs slower breathing, stable posture, and relaxed surroundings, not mindless stimulation. Instead of hunching over or crossing your legs, choose a position that supports your back and lets your pelvis move freely. Even if you feel fine now, the damage may be progressing silently. The third mistake: ignoring your body's subtle internal signals. This isn't about posture or stimulation. It's about how you treat yourself afterward. Many older men feel guilt or shame after masturbating. This guilt isn't just emotional, it triggers a surge of cortisol, the stress hormone, which can raise your heart rate and blood pressure, especially in the morning when cortisol is already at its peak. This keeps your body in a state of tension, delays recovery, and can leave you feeling tired or even depressed throughout the day. One patient told me, "I always feel like I've done something wrong afterward. Even though no one knows, I just feel uncomfortable." I asked him, "What do you say to yourself afterward?" If the answer is, "That was shameful, I shouldn't have done that," then you are not hurting just your body, you are hurting your mind. Your body follows your emotions. Guilt also suppresses testosterone and over time diminishes vitality. But when you look at yourself with honesty and acceptance, not shame, your body responds with peace and ease. I'm not encouraging you to masturbate, but if it's part of your life, changing your attitude toward it may be the most realistic and healthy choice. I've seen firsthand how this emotional shift can transform lives. The fourth mistake: masturbating at the wrong time of day. You don't have to stop masturbation. You just need to choose the right time and approach. Morning is not ideal, your body is dry, your heart is vulnerable, and your mind may be clouded with guilt or haste. The best time is late afternoon to early evening, after some light exercise, a warm shower, and emotional clarity. One of my patients told me, "I tried it in the evening like you said, after a walk and a shower, and I felt completely different. I felt calm. I even started to understand myself better." That's the kind of change we truly need, not just in what we do, but how we relate to it. Don't be ashamed of your body. Even with age, it still longs to feel. Your mind still longs to be loved. The key is in how you approach that time, with respect, calmness, and self-connection. A final word: if you've been rushing through your mornings, stimulating your body without preparation, relying on screens or poor posture, or scolding yourself afterward, then it's time to stop. Not because you're broken, but because you're worthy of something better. Health isn't just a hospital matter. It starts with quiet awareness, respectful choices, and small daily acts of self-care. You've made it to this point in life. You deserve peace, dignity, and vitality. If this message moved you, please share it with a friend, a brother, or someone silently struggling. We don't have to age alone. If this video created even a small shift within you, please subscribe. This channel is here to help men over 60 better understand and respect their bodies and lives. And if you watched all the way to the end, leave a comment. I'm still learning, because learning is the first step toward living again.